You gotta get them out of the way, man. What would you recommend someone with no music experience on how to teach themselves to produce music, and also what equipment should I get? I already have an Akai Mini MIDI key. Yeah, start out. Try testing different Okay, my suggestion here: if you want to start making music, try out different DAWs. Try out different ones. See which ones you like. Try out different instruments. Just experiment. Do a lot of experimentation and figure out what you like using. Figure out what instruments you like using. What do you like to play? What do you like to do? And then kind of work from there, I guess. What you're comfortable with. Then from there, maybe consider going beyond the demo or the demo, you know what I'm saying? And actually paying for it. I wouldn't pay for it right away though. I would not suggest paying for a DAW right away because that could be an enormous waste
They're
of money.
expensive.
Yeah, that's
Ableton has a 90-day free trial.
Because
FL has a free trial.
That's good. But
Free
basically
trial
you just
thing.
don't want to do that because each one has a different way of thinking and workflow with it, and you may not pick one that aligns with your sensibilities and the way you like to think and feel, So, and each one has pros and cons too. So there's a lot of reasons to try out different ones before committing to one. And then also for controllers and stuff like that, I definitely suggest if you're getting a keyboard, get at least a 49 key keyboard. 25 is it's cool because it's portable, but the problem is you just can't play very many scales on it. You're very limited,
I would also suggest using a DAW that's pretty popular so that you can find tutorials easily for it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Whereas well, at least nowadays though, nowadays you can find tutorials for a lot of things, but I do agree with that to some extent.
Yeah.
Definitely don't buy shit you don't need, because if you're gonna be doing a lot of investing with music production, don't try to overwhelm yourself too much either. You really can by trying to take it too serious, doing it every day, or spending too much money on it. There's a lot of ways you can take it too far too soon.
I really just still have an audio interface in my headphones. I do have the monitors, but they're not really built for music production, but I'm pretty efficient.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. So what you would need for gear, like I said, a DAW would be a good starting point. Start experimenting with those. You don't really even need that much gear at first, but a MIDI controller is probably the first thing you want. A 49 key keyboard. You don't even need drum pads or anything. Yeah, you can get.
Yeah, I don't even have a MIDI keyboard either.
You can even play with your computer keyboard. A lot of people don't know that,
yeah.
But you could draw in notes. You can use your computer keyboard. There's a lot of options.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people are under this impression you need a lot of shit to make music, and you don't. You could actually use very, very little, and you can use almost nothing. You can use $0 and make shit.
You can use YouTube's MP3, put stuff in a sampler.
Yep. Yeah. It could be really easy. It could be really easy if you want it to be. But yeah, just don't buy things you don't need. And try to work slowly up to it, because a lot of people just buy shit they don't need way too soon and stuff like that. And but maybe I guess things you could consider though, MIDI keyboard, maybe an interface. That's not really not necessary unless you really need to record things with the microphone, or input from a guitar or something like that, or whatever instrument, headphones, maybe monitors, maybe that's a little bit, you're committing to it quite a bit by getting monitors. I feel maybe headphones are a better step for monitors, just because I think monitors are a little more you got at least 1 foot in there. You know what I mean? Whereas if you're starting, you don't want to be putting 1 or 2 feet into committing into music production or whatever you're doing. You know what I mean? You don't want to just commit into something so soon unless you know it's going to be your life for sure. Sorry, that was my rant about that. Not even rant. I feel there's a lot of information to deliver about that. So, but yeah, I really like that setup. Sorry, I forgot we're doing the bit. Boo, 1 out of 10. Can't. Only got 1 monitor. 1 monitor equals 1 point.
No problem about having Ableton.
No problem.
Ableton's great. You'll find a bunch of good tutorials and stuff on it.
Oh, it's a random houseplant. It's not even weed. You still got a problem.
I think another thing though is trial and error. There's always going to be trial and error, so don't get yourself beat up.
Yep. So if something doesn't work, find something that does. It'll happen.
Yeah. One thing I want to say about the picking the DAW too is when I started, so at first I used FL maybe for a week or so, but after that I used Reason for a few years, and I didn't realize it at first, but I actually ended up preferring Ableton more than Reason in terms of speed, workflow, just everything about it. I kind of prefer, except for maybe sound. I kind of like sound designing and Reason. Other than that though, I prefer everything about it, and I actually paid probably $1,000 for Reason and the updates for it. And I probably could have just not spent that money and like used it on Ableton, which I did over time eventually again. But that's $1,000 I'm never gonna get back. So think about that. Just think about that when you think about buying DAW like too soon. Like you should probably like make sure at least for like I don't know. I don't want to tell anyone to break the law. I'm just gonna stop myself there. We'll stop there.
I would just say make sure you're making more music than you're spending money. I don't know how you should ratio that, but
yeah, I don't know.
just
how you
don't get lost
that.
in buying things. Is what I mean. Whether that be plugins, gear,